He has surrendered after.
All in.
Oh, wow.
Yep. This guy right
wow.
here.
The ultimate pressure from Addamo on Justin Bonomo, who has the 10 and now must figure out this puzzle for his tournament life. Do you know Justin well enough to think that he might want some revenge for that event that happened a few weeks ago in Super High Rollerball, even though he still won almost $2 million?
I think it's not so much revenge he seeks. I think that he understands that in that confrontation he ended up losing to Addamo, but he also knows that he's a very skilled and talented player. So if he had the option and ability to rematch him here tonight, I think he would be well up for that challenge.
10 for Bonomo in the flop. Addamo's chances are few. Anything from this on out would be a big bluff.
Yeah,
Check,
Addamo
check.
recognizes that when he opens from the small blind and gets a call out of Bonomo from the big, that this will hit a lot of Bonomo's continuing range. So it did look like he was ready to give up on the flop. We'll see if this turn card changes anything, but.
So yeah, he's open-ended, but only the bottom end works for him, right? Addamo, do I have that read right? Maybe, yeah. No,
No, if he hits
didn't have
the
the
king,
9,
then
so yeah.
Bonomo will have
Right.
two pair.
Right. So give Bonomo 2 pairs. Okay. Now reaching.
What did he have? What did he have on the hand?
That's $1 million. $1,130,000? No,
135.
Okay, a little more.
60, I think it should be.
Took an extra orange.
Yeah, and this sizing is really intended to target a lot of Bonomo's one pair hands. Certainly, I don't think he expects Bonomo, of course, to fold any 2-pair type of combos, but if Bonomo had a Jack X, had a 10X, and even if he turned a Queen X, it would be hard to continue against this sizing. But the little hiccup here is that Bonomo has that straight draw to go with his 1 pair. He also blocks the straight himself, which is nice.
Justin cuts out a call. $3.5 million between the 2 top stacks, and a jack again on the end. Bonomo best with his 2 pair. Maybe a tool. Addamo did not bet the flop when the first jack came out.
I think the thing about Addamo that's so great to watch is you always have the feeling that he wants to go for it.
Yeah.
So he could possibly go for it. And that keeps us on the edge of our seats as viewers, because some players, you know, they're just going to give up. But Addamo,
he always looks like there's something's
The
about the
wheels are
drop,
turn-
like
yeah.
you said, a shoe to drop. What's he going to do?
yeah, the wheels are always turning. And if there's a chance he could win the pot, you know that he's somebody who will try to go for it a lot. I don't know about this particular situation as played.
He has surrendered after.
All in.
Oh, wow.
Yep, this guy right
Wow,
here.
the ultimate pressure from Addamo on Justin Bonomo, who has the 10 and now must figure out this puzzle for his tournament life.
And it is.
I'm impressed, kid. That's what I see right there.
Yeah, it's an incredibly difficult position for Bonomo.
Do you enjoy these situations or do you find them stressful?
Is Justin talking to himself?
Exactly. I mean, I think all poker players are slightly masochistic, so I think they all like it a little. They like it a little bit.
This would certainly even things up quite a bit if Bonomo can find a call.
I mean, can we honestly say that we're surprised that Addamo went for it? I mean, given everything we've seen out of this man, he is a sicko. And he knows when to put maximum pressure on his opponents. And he isn't afraid to go for it. It's one thing to think that you should do something, and it's another to actually pull the trigger.
Exactly.
And there's a big disconnect for a lot of players. But for Addamo, it seems pretty well connected that when he decides to go for it, that he will follow through. And
But Justin would do this as well, and that's the interesting thing.
yes, absolutely. And Justin is,
He wants to call.
Right.
He so wants to call.
and he's certainly capable of making such a big call for his tournament life. Addamo, of course, not underestimating his opponent by any means here. It's just one of those situations where Addamo did what he needs to do to try to win the pot, and we'll see if Bonomo is going to be willing to do what he needs to do to win this pot. The gravity of this hand really cannot be understated, and Gall just watching on happily.
Exactly. We know Bonomo's not going to be knocked out in this hand, but he would be certainly cut down if he folds. So Gall can't be counting second place money right now, but he's thinking about it too.
What I would give to have a heart rate monitor on Addamo right now.
It's rare to see Justin Bonomo put under the screws like this.
Yeah, I'm sure Bonomo is used to being the person putting his opponents in this type of predicament, but sometimes you meet your match, and I think everybody knows that Addamo is somebody to be feared.
See the time, 3.5 minutes. Bonomo has been thinking about this. This is a decision worthy of every second he takes.
Checking out a little live read on Addamo, seeing if he could glean any information.
It gets harder and harder to sit so still after minutes go by.
Oh, Lon, I fully had a situation where I thought I was going to black out before because the person was thinking about it for so long.
And Justin knows that. That's maybe part of the game he's playing right here. There are no time extensions. There are no 30-second shot clocks here at the World Series of Poker. I definitely like that this is part of the game at certain times.
And if Justin does get something, some type of live read off of Addamo, it's about going with the courage of your conviction. You know, are you willing to bet your tournament life that whatever read you think you might be getting is accurate? We all know that reverse tells are a thing. So you can't ever be too sure of your live read.
It's come down to just a best guess here for Justin. He just can't figure it out. I don't know if Justin's ever one to be afraid to pull the trigger, but it's like guaranteed survival to fold. But what a position Addamo has put Justin in.
Yeah, definitely in the blender with this one. I certainly have been in spots where I was on the fence, Lon, and I did allow my live read to sway my decision when it's that close of a decision. And sometimes you're wrong and sometimes you're right, and you have to live with that. So.
And it's Justin who's sweating, not Addamo.
Call.
Oh, wow.
What a call!
Wow.
Turn it over. The river bluff does not get by Justin Bonomo, and he is a key factor now against Michael Addamo. Almost identical stacks. Wow.
All hail Justin Bonomo for being able, in the highest
3.4
of pressures.
It was Justin who couldn't breathe.
Exactly. I mean,
Oh,
this
man.
intense of a situation to be able to make that call.
Well done, Justin Bonomo.